So check out this high compression head from GoPowerSports. So it's called the Shred head. So it has an 18cc chamber, so that'll definitely bump compression. Then it comes with 28.5 intake and 25 exhaust valve with 5.5 stems. So if you get the steel valve option, it comes with 26-pound springs. And then if you get the stainless valve option, it comes with light dual springs and titanium retainers. So it has wide exhaust studs on the exhaust port for better exhaust port positioning. And then another cool thing, the way the intake port's set up, it's got a round intake port, and you can bolt a slide carb directly to the head using this insulator. So you don't even have to use an intake manifold if you have a, say like a VM22 or something. Or you can use their billet intake option, and you can use a bigger slide carb like a PWK or something like that. So I'm going to install this head on this bike. So this thing has a Predator 212 with a billet rod, billet flywheel, and a cam, and of course a header pipe. And you got the Juggernaut. Then you have the VM22 carb. So I'll take the bike out for a 0 to 30 and top speed run the way it's set up now to get a baseline on it, and then I'll come back and throw on the Shred head and take it back out for the same test, and we'll see what happens. Knock out a couple of 0 to 30s real quick, and then I'll just test it for top speed down to the end of the street, and then I'll do the same with the Shred head. So I'll go down to the end of the street and let off at a certain point with both setups, so I can get a pretty good idea of the top speed. All right, let's see what we get for a 0 to 30 with a stock Predator cylinder head. Actually, it seems pretty quick. So we did a 3.52 for the first one. Let me try that again real quick. Zero to 30, Predator 212 with a stock cylinder head. So we did another 3.52. Now I'll see what I get for top speed down to the end of the street here. All right, top speed run, Predator 212 with a stock cylinder head. Close to 52, 51.89. So we got a 3.52 0 to 30 and a 51.89 top speed. So now I'll swap on that Shred head and take it back out for the same test, and we'll see what happens. Pull off this VM22. It'll be interesting to see how it runs with the carb bolted pretty much directly to the head. I mean, that'll definitely shorten up the intake. So I think I'll just leave this carb hanging over to the side here. Pull off this valve cover. Pull off these rocker arms. Pull off this exhaust. Pull this plug out of here. Oh man, that's the perfect jetting. That thing's running awesome. Pull this head off of here. Okay, stock head. So this is the old school Predator. And the dowel pins are, so the dowel pins on here are 11 millimeter. And the Shred head has 10s, or the dowel pin holes are 10. So nothing a drill bit can't fix a 7/16 drill bit, which is 11.1 millimeters, so that'll work out perfect. And it's always fun drilling stuff. So I think on this one, I'll use a pin here and the top pin. There we go. So let me go drill this 7/16 or 11.1 millimeter. Throw a little 7/16 or 11.1 drill bit action on the shred head here. All right, so we have a 11.1 there and an 11.1 there, dowel pin, or dowel pin hole. So we got the 18cc chamber, and then you have the 22 on the stock head. So just throw the shred head on here. Oil up these bolts so I get a decent torque reading on here. I tighten these up to a couple hundred inch-pounds. And I usually step torque these a little at a time. So I was gonna throw my shaft mounted rockers on here, but I think I'll just run the stock rockers. That way it'll keep everything more even and won't give an unfair advantage to the shred head. So let me throw a little Loctite on these. Rocker arms. And I think I'll set the valve lash to 3 on both sides on these. Valve cover. Throw the studs in here off the other head. And now it will be interesting to see if the exhaust flange fits over these studs. So it seems how they're a little bit wider. Okay, it's almost like a Predator 224. We're just slightly wider. Every once in a while you have to oblong the flange a little bit on a pipe. But for the most part it'll fit. Let's see here. Oh yeah, fit right on there. Perfect. So it looks like my brace will also bolt up. So now I'll unbolt this manifold. No need for the manifold. And I'll bolt the carb directly to the head using the insulator. Another cool thing about having the carb bolted directly to the head is it tucks the carb in closer. So it's no longer sticking so far out the side of the bike here. So then the carb bolt directly on here. Yeah, that'll definitely tuck the carb in. So these studs on here that came with the kit. Then you got your gasket and your insulator. And then the carb has its O-ring. And I might have to shorten up this choke handle a little bit, but that's okay, that's easy. Pull this handle off this carb here. So I'll grind a little section off here, so that way it'll clear the valve cover. There we go, so that was easy enough. So now we should clear it, no problem. Oh yeah, actually didn't even have to cut off that much, but that'll work. Then it comes with the hardware. Thing is nice and tucked in here. Throw on the slide. All right, got throttle. That looks pretty cool on there. It'll be interesting to see losing a couple inches off the intake length. So I got the shred head on there. It was an easy enough install. It's kind of cool how it tucks the carburetor into the frame. I mean, from the top, you can really see it. Okay, so now I'll take it out and see if I can beat 3.52 0 to 30. It did that a couple times. And then around 52 miles an hour. I think it was 51.89, something like that. Ah, feels pretty good. Feels pretty snappy. Feels like it has pretty good throttle response because it's draggy hooked up here. All right, 0 to 30. Shred head. See if I can beat 3.52. Man, it feels pretty quick. A 3.23, it dropped a lot. It got a lot quicker. So it dropped what, like 0.3 of a second? Let me see if I can back that up. I wonder if that'll translate into better top speed. Man, it likes his head. Second attempt, 0 to 30. Shred head. A 3.25, so it's consistent. So it dropped 0.3 of a second off the 0 to 30 time. So definitely a lot quicker. So now let me see if I can beat around 52 miles an hour at top speed. You can feel it too, it's really snappy. Top speed run, well, kind of top speed run, at least down to the end of the street, and I'll let off in the same spot. And we'll see if we can beat 51.89. Oh, we're a lot faster. Man, this thing did 57.33. It's a lot faster. I can't believe it's that much faster. Yeah, this thing runs a lot better. So the bike got substantially quicker. I mean, a lot quicker and a lot faster. So with the 212 stock head, we did 3.52 and then 51.89. Then I added the shred head and the bike did 3.23. So it dropped 0.3 of a second. So that's a lot quicker. And then gained a lot of top speed, 57.33. So the shred head definitely made a big difference. The bike got a lot quicker and a lot faster. But the thing that I really like about it is without the use of the intake manifold, it tucks the carb into the frame.